helping make your life easier. Moms Every Day.
Welcome to Moms Every Day. Appreciate you spending some time with us. Today we're going to try and help you work through some real dilemmas in life about organ donation. The good, the bad, and the needs that are going on all around our community. We've asked a couple of very special people to join us today. Greg Creasy from St. Mary's Medical Center is joining us, and Trish Sacconi. And Trish is with CODA. Tell us first of all what CODA means and what it is.
It's Kentucky Organ Donor Affiliates, and we are an organ procurement organization.
Okay, and we've asked you here on purpose because you have a very personal relationship to organ donation. Tell me about that.
I do. My husband of nearly 37 years received his heart transplant 3 years ago on our 33rd wedding anniversary.
And success?
Yes, doing very well.
Loving it. Okay, and
very well.
A younger heart. It helps keep pumping, right?
Yes, it was. Our donor was 19, and so we've been very blessed.
Okay. Well, and Greg, I know you're involved. Tell me how you're involved with CODA and what you do with them.
Well, we're involved with CODA on the patient side, and we help to support information about CODA and what that is. The staff of spiritual care are requesters for tissue and eye donations and those kind of things. And then we work with families a lot who are struggling with this issue of trying to figure out what is it that we want to do. Do we want to make a donation? All the emotional aspects of that.
It can be a tough decision. I mean, you're talking about mortality, and nobody likes to talk about that ahead of it happening. Right. And yet, ahead of it happening is the most important time to be talking about this.
That's exactly right.
And it's tough to talk about this. And I know some of it is just unbelievably staggering numbers for the need that's out there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, currently there's about 113,000 people that are on the waiting list waiting for a life-saving organ. Unfortunately, about 500 of those are here in West Virginia. We will lose about 20 people off that list through death just in the next 24 hours. And in this 10-minute segment, we will add another name to that big list.
I mean, it's such a big number, it's hard to get your head around, but that's your neighbors. That's folks you've worked with who are on this list waiting endlessly.
Yes.
What do you find is the biggest problem in connecting the donor to getting the donation?
Well, it's just the need. You have so many that are waiting and not enough availability of organs.
It is a problem all the way around. How do you get people to want to care enough to make those decisions before they've died, when they need to make rational decisions with their physician, with their loved ones? How do you get that started?
The best way to do is you just need to register. If you want to be an organ donor, you need to register. There's several different ways you can register. You can go to registerme.org. You can also go to your local DMV. And also, you need to make your wishes known to your family. That way, they don't have to make that decision for you, and there's no guesswork. Let your wishes be known.
There's also some, I know, legal aspects to this. If I make that decision and I sign off on when I'm getting my new driver's license and say, yeah, I want to be an organ donor, and then I change my mind later, am I boxed in? Am I legally tied down to that decision?
Well, it is considered first-person consent. Okay. So, and you can only change that upon your death. Now, as a CODA employee, are we going to call the local police to have you come out?
No.
I don't think so. But, you know, sometimes it just needs to take a minute to step back, give the family time, and let them kind of, you know, would this be what Rob would want?
Greg, how do you counsel people who are talking about this as an idea?
Well, we talk about, especially at St. Mary's, because you know, our mission holds that we respect the God-given dignity of each person and the sacredness of human life. And so we approach it as an opportunity for your loved one to give something even when they're losing their life. And so that's a big part of how we approach it. By just saying, you know, is this consistent? Are they a giver? Are they somebody that would want to give and support someone else when we have those opportunities? And so we approach it that way with folks. As you can well imagine, there are all kinds of emotions that go into this. And, you know, I may want to be a donor, but maybe my kids wouldn't want that at some point. So that's why letting people know.
And if you're interested, we've been showing you their website address. That you can also go to WSAZ.com. Click on the Moms Everyday link, and we'll connect you with these folks. Thanks for being with us.